Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Over the last 24 hours, the market has been relatively whippy with the US releasing their CPI, which again come out relatively firm and stronger than last witnessed back in 2008, with the core CPI coming out to a 1992 high. These markets are now looking further into what the Fed will be thinking next week when they get together for their two-day meeting on the 15th and 16th. And therefore, the statement will be scrutinized very carefully to see what the Fed, or the central bank more to the point, is thinking. Also, next week, we've got the RBA Governor Lowe speaking, and the market will be keeping a very close watch there as well. So when we look at the Australian dollar, we're still locked in at 76.60 to a 78-cent band. And we have done that for 21 days as we continue to trade in and out of this whipsaw band. Nevertheless, the market's found a little bit of an upstep here. So it looks like we're heading back to the top side of the range before turning back lower. The dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, still remains above 90 handle, and therefore was keeping the euro contained around 121.50.80 as it trades sideways. And as you can see, it keeps the parameters pretty much locked in at 119.90 to 122. From the break of the trend line, I do anticipate the market will eventually head lower. Looking at the dollar yen, the market was a little bit whippy overnight and still maintains its view down to 108.45 as the technicals remain somewhat negative. Looking at the sterling, the market rebounded off the level around 140.80 and presently is slowly weakening again. Nevertheless, the whipsaw price action hasn't really broken out of this range of 140.80 to 142.5. Still, I like the markets a little bit weaker and reassessed closer towards that bottom side of the range, which could be a low around 140 figure. Sterling yen is likely to be a little bit weaker after the whippy price action overnight. Still, the market is relatively going sideways since the break of the trend, so little really to view other than the fact that we could see if the pound leg weakens, then so should the cross. We rebounded off the trend line on gold, as you can see, which is around 1,870. I do anticipate until we get a close above 1,912, that the market will eventually drop towards 1,855. Finishing off with oil, the market is back to retesting the top side of the range, around $71 a barrel. It is anticipated with some divergence from the RSI that we should see a rejection from 71 figure 60 and see the market turn lower to about $68 a barrel. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoy the great start to the new weekend.